There we go.
There we go. Oh,
Okay, so is it recording?
it's
Yes, it says
recording on
recording.
my end.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you everybody for being here and being patient with my whole, like I said, it would be live in the group, but now it's on Zoom. It's because we want to share Jenna's screen and she has cool graphics and slides to show you. So I will record this, or I am recording this, and then I'll put it in the group as well for those that didn't get to hop on this Zoom. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Jenna, so much for doing this. You guys, you've seen a couple of my pictures. I have 200 like bougie and branded photos saved now. I literally am obsessed. It's kind of addicting. I'm like, oh my gosh, like anything that I want to wear, any setting I want to be in, like you can just generate your photos. And I had no idea how to do this. Jenna has a super simple like training that she teaches you how to do this step by step to make sure that your photos look exactly like you. Um, so Nancy's asking, should I get a notepad? You can if you want to. But this is also recorded, so you can always check back later if you need to. But with that said, I'm going to pass it over to Jenna. She is the one that created this AI photo shoot. I'm going to have her tell you a little bit about it and wait till the end because I think she has a little promo for you. So don't go anywhere. And in the meantime, drop in the chat where you're watching from. I would love to just see where everybody's at. And I will go ahead and hand it over to Jenna.
awesome. Yeah. And if you have any questions, you can also pop those in as well. I just kind of want to show you the possibilities, which is why we wanted to do it on Zoom over the live stream, because I was like, how are we going to show them what's actually possible if they can't see it? So, what I'm calling it is either the AI photo shoot formula or the virtual photo shoot formula. And like we were just saying, there's lots of reasons why people may not be able to have a regular photo shoot, right? First, they're very expensive. Not everyone has 3K, 5K to drop on a branded photo shoot. Some people are waiting until they lose weight. Some people, maybe just don't feel good about their bodies. Maybe they're sick or they just don't have the time and energy to do it. I know I post a lot as well. I know you do too, Tasha. So it's like, I want new, fresh images. I don't want to use the same 5 images for the whole entire year. So this gives you access to be able to create anything that you want and really make it you. I've heard from several people that, even though people will say like AI is fake or, whatever people want to say about it, a lot of people that are actually doing it are like, I actually feel more like me. Like this feels like me because you can really manipulate the photos to look like you, the settings, how you dress. So if you look at the ones here, like there's some really casual shots in here. And the great thing about this is I have people that live with me. I have people that have known me for years, and I'll show them one of the photos, and they're like, "Oh, great photo. When did you take that?" And for somebody to actually live with you and know what you look like and not be able to tell the difference between AI and an actual like selfie or photo is pretty freaking cool. So I don't know how many of you guys have tried to do your own photos before, maybe some apps. I know there's tons of apps now where you can just do like a face swap or you can upload your photos and people, they just they look okay, right? But number one, you can usually tell that they're AI, and number two, they don't look real. They look very manipulated. They look very photoshopped. So the way that I teach it is this is going to look like you. And the reason why it's going to look like you, and we're not going to get into the training because we have the training at the end that we'll talk about of actually how to do it. But essentially, what you do is you are training a model based on your own photos and your own images. And this is why it looks like you versus, just doing an app or a face swap or something like that. So the virtual photo shoot formula is basically going to teach you how to design high-end, hyper-realistic brand photos without ever stepping into a studio, which is awesome. Saves a lot of money, saves a lot of time. And basically, you're going to use AI to create stunning on brand images of yourself that look like a professional photo shoot. So, what I want to do today is to show you what the possibilities are and show you some examples, show you some of the things that my clients have done, some of the things that I have done. You can see some of the images here. um, of what I've been able to do. Casual shots, this one over here, the black and white one, that's more like a studio shot, right? Like who's wearing, a hot pink, hot pink hoodie and sweatpants. Like that's my vibe. I'm comfy. I like that kind of stuff. So this is why it feels so much more like me than when you go to a photo shoot and you have professional hair, professional makeup, you're wearing clothes that you probably normally wouldn't wear. So this allows you to create that without all of that extra stuff. So here's some more examples of things. And a lot of these I did were like kind of like high fashion, and I'll show you some examples of that. Let me see, let me admit those people. But as you can see, they all are on brand, right? Like they all look similar, they all look the same. So this is what you can create, and this is what the possibilities are with the AI photo shoot. So I wanted to put this photo here. This is a mutual friend of Tasha and ours, Allie. And what's cool about this is one of these photos is AI, and one of these photos is her actual photo shoot. And at first glance, like you probably can't tell which one is which. If you actually start to look at it, you might be like, okay, I can kind of see like this one is maybe the AI one, but look how similar these photos look. It literally looks just like her. It doesn't look like an AI version of her. It doesn't look like an overshopped version of her. So I thought this was a really cool kind of side by side because you can just see how realistic these images can get. And like we were saying before too, like you can do it in any setting. So outdoor setting, you can do it a studio setting, you can have the lighting differently. And it really is all based on text prompts, but also your creativity. So the more creative that you can get, the more on brand you can be. You can start to create images that really embody who you are and what your brand is. So here's some examples of ways that you can use the images. So you can literally use these images for anything. You can use them for advertisements if you're running ads, your banners for your offers. I'm going to show you a couple more of those. Social media images, like I said, if you're posting a lot, you don't want to keep using the same photos over and over again, right? So these are really good. I use them a lot for like my carousel photos. They come out really well. And I also like to use them for like the background of my stories. So I'll like do a background on the stories and kind of like fade it out and use that. You can use it for your website. You can use it for your blog. Right now, if you go to my website, I have some images that are from my previous photo shoot, but I was like, man, that photo shoot was like, I believe it was 2021. So that's 4 years now that those same photos have been on my website. So we went and updated, and on my website are some AI photos, but they're totally on brand with my colors and everything. So the idea here would be creative. So in this instant, my client is using it for, she has a school group, so she's using it for that. And as you can see here, like she got really creative with this, right? So like, university. So she has herself dressed in kind of this like, Elle Woods type style outfit, but it's still on brand. Obviously, she loves pink. She has, another thing where she does like YouTube playlist music and things like that. So she has herself as a DJ here. The quiz vault, she has her coming out of a vault. So this is how creative you can really get with this. And she is an Instagram gal, as you can see. She's used it for, this is her lead magnet cover. She's using it in her ManyChat, so that the possibilities are really, really endless when you think about what you can do with these photos. And like I mentioned before, when you're doing a regular photo shoot, it's like you might get what, 10 photos, that you get that are retouched, and then you're just using those same photos over and over again. It's funny because I had one of my past clients and I was looking for a photo of her for a testimonial, and all of the photos that she's had for the past 4 years, it was the same picture. And I was just like, okay, she needs this course. She did end up buying it. But it was just like, that's what typically people do, right? Like they get a photo shoot and then they're just using the same photos. So this is a way for you to just get really creative, think outside of the box. So again, super on brand. Just want to show you the possibilities here. Like there's just so many cool things you can do. Allie's really creative. So she was able to come up with this like, floating in the sky on an Instagram. I didn't even think of something like that, but she was able to think about that because she's thinking about, what does my brand represent? What do I do? What are the colors that I love? What's the vibe? And like I was saying, some people just, maybe they're waiting to lose weight to get more visible or get a photo shoot. Like, what would you wear? What would you, if you had the life that you wanted, right? Like she has this LA vibe kind of going on because that's a vision for her and that's a dream. And before a lot of you came on, I was saying that to Tasha about how it's almost like a vision board, like you can create your own vision board of like, how do I want to look? What do I want to represent myself as? How do I want to represent my brand? How would I dress? Right. And you can just get really, really awesome with these photos. So here are some that I did for my offers. So I have an offer called Inbox Money. And these are AI images, so you're really able to get creative. I actually manipulated the first photo in Canva with the background, but the second photo here was all done right through the training that I am going to present to you guys. I used it for my birthday promos. So I've just so many different things, so many different ideas. Like literally anything you see on the internet, you can do with this training and create whatever you want. I even have my little 44 there. My birthday was yesterday, by the way. And I was able to put that on there. And, it's just like you can just get so creative with these. You don't even have to make them like super on brand or like a photo shoot. Like here are some examples of, just kind of futuristic one. I kind of made this one for AI to promote the one in the middle, me as a cyborg. Get artistic, So if you're like into arts and you just have some things, so it doesn't always have to be a photo shoot style. You could definitely get more creative than that. And there's some photos that I didn't put in this slide, but I wanted to show you. So let me see if I can switch the screen to show you like another cool one that I was able to do. I was able to make this one, which is like Phoenix coming out of the fire. So like there's just, I mean, the possibilities, like I said, are endless with this once you learn how to do this. Here's another kind of funny one that I did. I was like, I'm Jane. I feel like I'm Jane. Where's my Tarzan? The images are like it's interesting because you can just do anything that comes to your mind. So the more creative you are, the better. But also, like I said, if you just are scrolling and you see something and you're like, oh, I really like that pose, or I really like that outfit, or I really like that scene, right? You can replicate that and you can make it your own and make it on brand. So there's just some really, really cool things that you can do with this. These are like my high fashion ones. So me like in, I guess like a Louis Vuitton store, Chanel. So actually, yep, it's Chanel. It actually says Chanel right there. So high fashion, you can do, pictures with other people. That this looks real. Like when I saw this photo, I was like, I would not even be if I didn't know, like I would think that was your hot boyfriend. Like, come on now. So there, like I said, I can't say it enough, but the possibilities are really endless with what you can do once you learn how to do this. Here's some that my clients did. Here's Tasha's over on the left here, and her cyborg hand. I have to share with you. I actually found a way to fix that for you. So I'll send that to you. But that is the one thing with AI. If anybody has tried before AI, I asked this question. I'm like, how is this tool so freaking intelligent, so smart, can literally do anything on planet Earth? But it can't get hands right. So that is one thing that you will kind of have to deal with as you're doing the photo shoot, and you'll have to maybe do some extra things if the hands don't come out right. But I want to just show you again. This is my client Olga. She's into like arts and she loves flowers, so she kind of has herself inside of a daisy. So there are so many things that you can do here. Different body styles, different skin tones, different skin textures. Like a lot of the questions that I get are like, what if you have a few extra pounds on you? Like, as we know, if you've tried to create images before, most AI will literally make you a stick figure. And unfortunately, not all of us are, Barbie thin. So I definitely want to make sure that you can get the body style. And in this training, I also show you that you can create a body style that is thicker, that is bigger, bigger hips, bigger breasts, more meat on the bones. You can do that. Another question that I get asked from people a lot is glasses. Like I always have glasses on, like, will it come out correctly with glasses? And yes, you can do that as well. Here's some other ones. I love these because like this one here, she's taking a selfie. It's a mirror selfie. But it's AI. She's got the little, I love the little details in the background with the guitar in the background, the candles in the back. This looks like a professional photo to me, but it's AI. You can get, like I said, high fashion if you want to get high fashion. It really just depends on what your brand is. Oh, are you posting more in there, Tasha? I want to see. Yes. Oh, I love the pink pants. Oh, the pink pants are fire. I love it.
Yeah, I'm dropping some of the good ones. I'm
Oh,
looking,
cute.
and I've got a whole thing full of bloopers to just make fun of too.
Yeah, in the training, I say like AI
Yeah,
will like, yeah, AI fails. It definitely fails, but you can just keep trying until you get the
right,
desired
right.
look and get it to look like you. So, if you look at like some of these here, like for me, in my personal opinion, I like the ones that look a little bit more real. To me, these look like extra photoshopped, a little bit too much makeup for me. But like these look real. To me, these look great.
Hmm.
They look like a real person. So yeah, I mean that's it really for the presentation that I have here. Is there any questions that you guys have or anything else that you want to share, Tasha?
I do actually want to share a few things, and it looks like we do have a question. So like two things I kind of want to touch on is, and what Jenna kind of mentioned too with the photo shoots. It's like I've done a couple like brand photo shoots, and yes, they're pricey, but it's like you are probably in one outfit, like maybe two if you have time to change. For me personally, I don't know what to do in front of a camera. So this to me was like so helpful, not only to just literally create 200 photos in a day, but I never know what to do, how to pose, how to hide your belly, where to put your arm, like
Yeah.
those type of things, not to mention all the outfit changes. You don't have to go get your hair done, your makeup done. Like, and if I felt like my pictures now, of course, if you want like a super elevated look, you can do that, right? With the heavier makeup. I preferred a more like natural look that really did look like me. So there's, you can tweak it. Like if there was a picture I liked, but it was just like really heavy makeup, I would just change something, like natural makeup or, whatever. Um, but somebody was like, don't AI the AI haters, let's call them that. And it's like, when you really think about it, right? It's like, okay, if you go get a photo shoot, and Jenna even says like this is not replacing like real photos. Of
Right.
course, there's a difference, right? But if you're gonna go get whether you do it yourself or professionally, you have your makeup done. If you're doing a photo shoot, it's gonna be more than your average day makeup. You're gonna have your hair done. You probably are gonna go buy some new outfits. And then a professional photographer is gonna take the pictures and then edit the pictures. It's like,
Hmm.
what's the actual difference? Like, I
Yeah.
truly don't see now if you're making it look like a completely different person, okay, I get it. But
Mhm.
and you can do whatever you want with it, of course, but that was just my thought on this is like why not like use this, and it's so simple. Like, so that was just something I wanted to touch on,
Yeah,
but
I agree
actually,
with you 100%. Like I said the same exact
right?
thing, because I'm like, what's the difference? You normally wouldn't have your hair like that. You normally wouldn't have your makeup like that. You probably wouldn't wear that. And you're Photoshop.
Right.
So
And even if you
yeah,
do normally get all done up, it's like, well, then that is what you look like anyways. So what's the difference of like an edited professional photo and one that's created that looks exactly like you? Like my husband, I was like, can you believe that I created this? He's like, but it's you. I'm all, I know, but like it's not. Like, how
yeah,
do you explain that, right? But he had no idea that it was not. I'm like, that's not my chair. That's not my wall. That's not like, I did not take that picture. I made that picture.
yeah.
Um, so that's just my kind of my thoughts on just like AI in general. But Ashley is asking, can you say which AI version you are training and does it charge per image? Does it have a monthly
Yes.
fee, etc.? Oh,
That's
that's
a
a great
great that's a great
thank you
question.
for asking.
So
Yeah.
I have tried multiple different apps. I do teach on some of them too because some people just don't want to get into like how to do this. Because you have to learn how to train it before you can start creating the images. So
But I will say using your steps, like I just
Yeah,
did it as you were saying it. I had two
yeah.
screens, and it was very simple to
Once you
follow.
get it, yeah, once you
Like
get it,
without you telling me, I would
yeah,
have had no idea. But
exactly.
having you training the steps, I'm like, oh, it wasn't hard with following your steps.
Yeah, so the main one that we're using, and there's multiple different apps, but the main one is called Flux. But yes, there's a specific way that you have to train the model so that it actually looks like
Mhm.
you. There are certain, parameters and different scales and things like that that will take it from like that very Photoshop looking AI. I was using one before called Artflow. I feel like a lot of people might know what that is. I don't know if I don't use it on the phone. Um,
I've only used it on the computer.
yeah, I don't think it's not
Um,
an app like that.
yeah,
It's
it's
more
not
like
an
a
app.
software. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, like if you used Artflow and it always looked terrible. Yeah, I felt like Artflow was like some of them came out okay, but I felt like it was too much like a studio shoot. Like you could just tell that it was like not real. Whereas these, like, I mean, if you just look at the detail, like in the background here, right? Like she's sitting at a bar drinking her drink. You can see like the wine bottles, like in the background. Like it just wasn't giving that vibe, the cars in the background here. Like it just doesn't give that vibe in the art flow. So yes. What was the other question? Oh, the question about how much does it
Oh,
cost?
the
So
pricing charge per
yeah.
image, and then if there's monthly fees.
So there is no monthly fee. The one that we used, yeah, it's per image. So it takes about, I believe, $4 to train your model. So you'll need at least $4 to train your model. And then with the remaining, I put $10 in at a time when I do mine. And I literally
Yeah.
get hundreds. Yeah. A hundred. Yeah.
I just replied.
Exactly.
I think I got about, I wasn't totally keeping track, but I want to say it was about 150 photos for $10.
Hmm. So yes,
And yes,
technically, yes, it works
you
on a
add
credit.
credits as you want.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's
you'll
not
never
expensive.
go over, like it'll like I was doing a training earlier today and I was like, oh crap, fella, I ran out of training or ran out of credits, right? But you can do so many and it just depends on what you're looking for, what you're looking to do. I obviously have been training and trying to figure out as much as possible. So I've been using a lot, but still I probably have about 650 photos for like 30 bucks.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, that's
the
crazy.
biggest thing is training the model. Because if you don't train the model correctly, then the model's not going to look like you, right? So that I feel like that's the biggest piece. And then once you have the training model done, which costs, like I said, $4, then you can create as many images as you want to, using that.
Yeah, and there's no monthly fee. I think you touched on that.
Yes, no monthly fee. I know
Yeah,
Artflow has a
what
monthly fee.
other
It's like $12 a month. So yeah, this is better in my
Yeah,
opinion.
somebody else asked me about, or they told me about one that was like a membership. I'm like, no, it's not like that.
Mm.
So yeah, I love this because it's just like if you just want like a handful of photos, you could do that for literally like $1. I think
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure when I ran it, and I think it said it depends on like the megapixel or something of the picture, but I'm pretty sure it said I could run it 29 times for
Oh,
$1.
yeah, I think that's what it
I
says.
think like
Yeah.
because when you're doing it and resetting or
Yeah.
regenerating, it tells you at the bottom, like run this, and I think it said 29 times for $1. So I kept going. I'm like, I'll just keep adding $10. I don't care. Like these pictures are so much fun. Like
Yeah.
for $10, right?
Yeah. And what's funny is that there's people that are actually
But
doing this for other people. So they're like, pay
I
me X
totally
amount of
would do that.
dollars.
I think I would have so much
So
fun
even
with it.
that, the one girl that I see that's doing it, I think she's charging like $300 for 5 photos. So it's like, okay, you could pay $60 per photo, or you can just learn how to
Wow.
do it and do it yourself.
That's crazy.
Is there a copyright? No,
Somebody else is there.
yeah.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
AI, there is no copyright on images. I feel like that's like a universal thing. You'll just want to, look up for yourself. But typically what we do is find a photo. If you're not creative, like some people are just very creative, and they can just come up with ideas that match their brand. But a lot of times what I do is I just like I'm scrolling all the time anyway, and I just find
Mhm.
something where I'm like, "Ooh, this looks really cool. I want to recreate that." I actually just saw this very old photo of me sitting on my desk, and I'm like, "This is the next one that I want to create." I'm gonna create this on art on not on Artflow on Flux and see if I can get the image
Yeah.
to look like that. So
I
I
keep thinking how exciting this is now that you know how to do it, or like once you know how to do it, how you can use this like forever and ever and ever and every like couple months, like whether it's the holidays, like how much fun is
yeah,
this going to be during the holidays?
I
Oh
had
my
some
gosh.
Santa ones. Yeah, they came out really good.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm like, hey, if you do like $10 a couple times a year, like, and you get hundreds and hundreds of photos, like, this is wild. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Awesome. Do we have more
Any other
questions?
questions?
No.
And then, Jenna, do you want to tell them about your course? And should I just put the link in here for anybody that wants
Yeah,
it?
you can drop the link. Let me see. I'm
Okay.
gonna share the actual course platform.
Tasha is going to be a Starbucks drinking elf. Oh my God, I love that. I'm going to have like presents everywhere and like it's like you're like what you've always dreamed of, right? Like you can put yourself in Paris if you like. It just is so cool.
All right. So I'm also calling this the digital twin because hey, it's my twin. So normally the
Right.
training, which is step-by-step training, and I'll show you really quickly like what's included in the training, is 77, but I am doing a little special for Tasha and her people. And if you
Thank
enter the
you.
code Tasha at checkout, you can get it for $55. And let me go ahead and share screen on the inside of the training so you guys can see. Wait, how do
That
I?
is such a good deal, by the way. Like I know that this is like a simple, like on your for your perspective, it's
Yeah.
simple, but like for us, for me, it's like I had zero clue, zero. And I'm like, wow, that's like I mean, it was a no-brainer
So
for
here's
me.
behind the scenes of the actual training. I am hosting it on my school. So I show, give an overview. I show you how to train your model, how to find and create the images, prompt engineering. So I have a whole thing on like how to come up with like the best prompts. And I believe there's like at least like 300 image descriptions in here. So it can just help you with your creativity and your imagination in terms of like, skin color, skin tone, hair color, body type. I just have some other trainings in here, how to get better results, how to edit your image, how to master body types. This is, like I said, this is a question that I get a lot because people are like, I'm not that skinny, and AI keeps
Right.
pumping out these super skinny images. So how to, play around with the different body types, how to make your body thinner, how to make it thicker, how to make beauty edits. So I do recommend a couple other apps. You could like change the hair, you can make hair longer, you can make hair a different color, you can add makeup, you can actually change the smile with one of the apps that I put on here, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
So if you get like something where, like, let's say this one right here where I'm not like really smiling, I could make it a smile. Now, that doesn't always work for people because everybody's smile is different, obviously, but it does a pretty good job. Oh, and also how to fix the hands. If you have a hand
I'm gonna go watch that right now.
because that is definitely a major issue as well. And then I'm just going to keep adding different things in here based on people's questions and, just
Mhm.
really mastering this whole process. But I've literally created thousands and thousands of photos. I became obsessed with AI back when it first hit mainstream, which was the end of, it was like November of 2023. And I was like, I'm going to master this, I'm not going to be an AI denier. I'm going to be the person who
I
rides
hadn't
the
even
wave
tried
and,
it. I'm
and
like, this
gets
is
on.
beyond beyond.
So
So I don't know who Real Talk Coaching is. I don't have a name, but they just bought the course. So thank you for that. That's so
yeah, that
exciting. You're
was
gonna love
fast.
it. I know. And I want to say also something I appreciate that just so everybody knows that Jenna, like, she's already added more training since I bought the course, and I get an email that like the training's been updated, like there's more. So just like I feel like that's it's good, like,
Yeah, so
That's
any
great.
questions that you have or like, because I have people ask me all the time, they're like, well, there's free trainings on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, there is, I mean, but there's certain nuances that if you don't get it correct, it's gonna look like an AI image versus looking like a real image. So that's all the things in the course. And I just keep asking everybody that's in the course, like just keep like asking the questions because we can just go in and really start to perfect this and really start to master this.
Um,
Oh, the discount code. So the
yes.
discount code is until Tuesday morning.
Okay,
So you
cool.
have all weekend. Yeah.
I'm gonna type that in also. Sweet. Yeah, this was awesome. Again, thank you, Jenna. If anybody has any last minute questions, feel free to drop them. But like I said, I did record this, so I will get this up into my group. Um, Ashley asked if you're offering affiliate for more than just me. I think your first email, right? Like,
Yeah. In
doesn't
the
it say
first
if you want to
email,
be
you
affiliate?
can, yeah,
Just
it'll say it
reply
on
to
there
that
and then my
email.
team will set you up. Absolutely.
Yep, perfect. Will we be able to contact you both through the course?
Yes. So right
My
inside the
inbox is
school,
always open.
yeah, and right inside the school group, I have a thread specifically for the AI photo shoot training. There's also a DM right in school as well, so you can ask whatever questions right in there. I don't have like a live group, so to speak,
Mhm.
for this training, but you can always ask questions, and I encourage asking questions. I also
Yeah,
encourage those of you that do buy the course, like share your images. I would love to like see what you come up with and see how creative you can be with the
absolutely.
images.
It's so much fun. So again, thank you guys so much. My inbox is always open if you have questions. I cannot wait to see what everybody creates. Jenna, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for the coupon code too. I didn't even ask for that, you guys. She's just awesome. Um, so if that's it, I hope everybody has a wonderful, fabulous Friday. Go make some fabulous photos. I
Oh
like to
yeah.
call
This
it
is the
bougie in
perfect weekend
transit,
project. It's the perfect
right?
weekend project.
It is so good that I think that's when I started. It was like last Sunday and we had Monday off. And it was like I did not get out of my pajamas till 2 o'clock because I was so obsessed with making photos. So thank you
All
guys so
right, ladies.
much.
Nice to meet you
And
all, and I'll see you in the course.
let me know what you create.
Bye.
Bye.